welcome to this edition of Critic Show Extra.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Anna Clayton, the greatest trick rider in the world.
Hey, hey, I'm looking at you, boy, I gotta tell you, I'm liking the view. Scarf off those shiny boots, come on.
Now, I don't say this as well as Ida, but here it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, in this edition of Critic Show Extra, I'd like to introduce you to the movie Cowgirls and Angels, a story about a young girl named Ida who dreams about the day she'll meet her father. She eventually decides to stop dreaming and start looking, and her journey begins when she joins the Sweethearts of the Rodeo. I had the chance to see the movie at the Dallas International Film Festival and talk to the cast, the writer-director, and the audience about this sweet little family film.
It's really nice to have like a homegrown film like Cowgirls and Angels, something that's really family-oriented and wholesome and sweet. And my parents actually checked it out yesterday, and my mom was weeping. Man, she loved it. She was like, "It's not a feel-bad movie; it's a feel-good movie." But it still made her cry.
This film in particular is really female-driven, and it definitely sends the message that if you want something bad enough, you just have to go for it and not let anyone get in your way.
That was Alicia Witt and Jackson Rathbone, two of the stars of Cowgirls and Angels. You might have seen Alicia play June Carver in 2 Weeks' Notice with Sandra Bullock and Hugh Grant, Kim Cummings in 88 Minutes with Al Pacino. You may have even seen her on the small screen in TV shows like The Mentalist and Friday Night Lights. In Cowgirls and Angels, she's Ida's hard-working, tough-love mom.
I play Elaine. I'm Ida's single mom, and the thing I loved the most about this character right from the first time I read the script is that she's not written as what I think is the more typical saccharine mother, always sunshine and roses. She's pretty abrasive, and it doesn't come from not caring, but it comes from struggling, trying to make ends meet. Times are tough for them. And the one thing she will never talk about with Ida, which is getting to be a real bone of contention with her daughter, is who her father is. She's clearly got some issues with whoever the father is and how things ended. So all she will say is, "You don't need to know anything except that he abandoned us." And then the relationship gets more and more fractured as Ida decides to defy her mother and join this rodeo of trick-riding girls in an attempt to find her father. So I love that the story picks up this relationship at a point where it could kind of go either way. Elaine could lose her daughter, or she could realize she's got to do some growing up herself and come around to see the fact that her daughter's growing up and she needs to grow with her.
Jackson has been in television series like Beautiful People and The O.C., and Twilight fans know him as Jasper Hale. But in this film, he breaks away from the world of vampires and enters the world of cowboys.
In Cowgirls and Angels, I play Justin, who is neither a cowgirl or an angel. He's a young cowboy who comes across these sweethearts of the rodeo and falls in love with one of these girls. And it's a really fun character for me because I get to go back to riding a horse, which I grew up doing, and kind of step away from a lot of the more sci-fi driven or fantasy driven films that I've been part of.
Obviously, this cast is a very important part of the movie, and it's evident they all enjoyed working on it. But if you're going to produce a film about cowgirls, cowboys, and rodeo, it needs to be shot in the right place. Cowgirls and Angels indulges us in the backdrop of the southern comfort ambience of Oklahoma. The communities of cities like Stillwater embraced the movie, and that made it an even better experience for an already enthusiastic cast.
Oh yeah, it was great. I mean, we had so many locals that were in the film. We had the actual sweethearts of the rodeo play themselves. It was amazing, man, and like Oklahoma's just full of really sweet people. You know, like we in Texas, we do have a little rivalry with Oklahoma, but it's all in fun. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just all fun.
It's all in football, mainly.
Exactly. It's all in football. So off season where we can get along.
Right. You can make a movie together.
Yeah, right?
They kind of do their own Oklahoma background check on you.
Exactly. Exactly. But everybody there was just so welcoming, and it was really lovely.
I felt that I wanted to be a part of it, and I met the people who were making the movie and was really impressed with their heart and their integrity, and just got a strong sense that it would be a pleasure to work on. And then started finding out about the incredible cast that they were assembling. So for me it was a process of all of those elements that just made me more and more excited to be a part of it. And it doesn't seem like a movie that guys would be turned off by because it's too girly or anything like that. There's lots of horses, and plus there's slightly older girls who are quite easy on the eyes for the guys to go check out.
Well, you're one of those.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, and James Cromwell, of course, and Frankie Faison and Drew Waters, and Jackson Rathbone. There's some great male performances in this as well. I think as an ensemble, you kind of can't beat this movie. It's, in my opinion, really well acted across the board. Bailey's performance in this movie gives me goosebumps. I think she's so fantastic in it, and when she smiles, she lights up the whole screen, and when she's crying, you just want to cry with her. She's so raw and so real that I think definitely for young girls it's an incredibly inspirational story and a great role model of a character.
Bailey Madison is the voice you heard at the beginning of this podcast. She plays the passionate young girl at the center of the movie. It turns out I'd recently seen her play a young Snow White on Once Upon a Time, and I remember thinking then what a good actress she was. Alicia isn't the only one that had big praise for this little girl. Everyone I talked to did, and deservedly so. It's true, Bailey is one of those unique talents that has a number of it factors. She knows how to deliver a line, and heck, she even knows how to make a face that'll generate a response in you. Bailey also has a warm and professional personality that makes an impression on everyone. She was able to make a quick appearance on the red carpet at the Dallas International Film Festival, and that was just enough time for me to ask her about Cowgirls and Angels and have her make that memorable impression on me. She talked about some of the most enjoyable and challenging things that were involved in producing Cowgirls and Angels.
It's just such a beautifully written script and such a beautiful character that everyone worked so incredibly hard. I mean, we would deal with tornadoes and we would have to run into Selcher and literally just stay there and then go out and film a huge happy scene.
So intensity wasn't a problem?
Not at all, and it was definitely, we all just stuck together as a team, and we had horses, and I got to discover the craft for horses and the love for them, and every single day part of this project was a huge blessing.
You know, we were so lucky to get Bailey. You know, she loved the script, and it was like a role written specifically for her. And I was always aware of her work and thought she was amazing. But I never really thought we'd be lucky enough to get her to be in the movie. But, you know, it's all about the script. And she loved it, and her mom loved it, and her agent loved it. So, you know, she came on board. And she's just amazing actress, an amazing person, and really amazing to direct because she's so smart. You know, she was 11 years old when she made the movie, and she has such great instincts for acting and for how to approach a scene. I mean, sometimes she'd throw stuff into a scene that I didn't even know she was going to do. And I like, wow, that was really nice. Did you think that up yourself? So you almost kind of just wind her up and let her go, and she delivers a really, really good performance.
That was writer-director Timothy Armstrong, who is obviously very proud of his lead actress, but he's also overwhelmingly proud as a guy who once just had an idea that went to paper, then it became a film with this cast, and now he's enjoying it all, with great feedback from the audience.
It really is a great experience to have, you know, had the idea for the movie one day, having watched some performances and come out of there with my young daughters and everyone excited about horses and trick riding, and to have the idea like, oh, there could be a movie in that world, and then to be here now where, you know, it premiered here at the Dallas International Film Festival. It's really thrilling and really fulfilling to have taken it all the way. You know, I kind of feel like I won the lottery because, you know, it's such a long shot to write a script and to get that script made and and to have a good movie come out of it. So it's pretty amazing.